Hey guys, back with another video, and this is going to be a top 10 video, my top 10 most anticipated games of 2015. I did a list like this for 2014, so I thought I'd do another one for the games coming out next year, and 2015 is going to be fucking insane. I'm not lying when I say that 2015 will probably be the best year in gaming ever. For me at least. The amount of amazing games, or at least amazing looking games coming out next year is crazy. Of course, a lot of these games were meant to come out in 2014, but a lot of them have been pushed into 2015. There have been some crazy announcements the past few months, or the past year really. But yeah, enough talking about 2015, and let's get right into the list with number 10. Number 10 is No Man's Sky. This game's really hyped up as far as 2015 releases go. Done by a very small team of, I want to say, like 4 to 6 people. So it's basically an indie game, but it looks absolutely amazing visually, and the scope of the game is huge. Procedurally generated, where each planet is completely different from the next. There's plenty of different ecosystems. You get your own ship. Apparently you can like customize it. It looks like there's space battles. Like, it looks like the amount of things to do in this game is immense. I just hope that this game isn't a disappointment. I think people might be hyping it up a bit too much. I mean, there's still a lot to figure out about this game. Like, they haven't told us there's still a lot, I think, that they need to tell us about this game. It's a PS4 exclusive so far, a timed exclusive. Apparently coming to PC later, but it's definitely an impressive game from what I've seen of it. Definitely ambitious, really ambitious. I hope it's not another game like Spore. That was a very ambitious game that turned out to be kind of disappointing. So I think it only makes number 10 on my list because there is a part of me that thinks this game could be a disappointment. But everything I've seen on the game looks amazing. It looks like there's plenty of content. I hope there's certain goals to go towards. Because a lot of games like this, where it's just a bunch of content and you just do everything at your leisure, I tend to get bored with pretty quick. So I hope there's a lot of different goals you can have. And I think there's supposed to be a bunch of different online elements to see. So yeah, I'm definitely very much looking forward to No Man's Sky. Definitely one of the big titles to look out for in 2015. Hopefully it makes it in 2015. I'm pretty sure, and hopefully we learn more on the game. At number 9 is Tales of Zestiria. Obviously, everyone knows I'm a huge Tales fan, so any new Tales game is fantastic. And this one looks to be a big improvement over previous Tales games as far as the world map goes. They're going for like a Xenoblade style map where it's absolutely massive. They're bringing back the Tales of Grace's battle system, which I'm actually not too crazy about. I know a lot of people love it. It's their favorite battle system in the series, so that's good for a lot of Tales fans. I still like the battle system, so I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to do with that battle system, how they're going to improve it. Visually, I think it's a nice step up from Xillia and Xillia 2. I like the character design so far from what they've showed off. Generally it is just another Tales game. They don't really, these games aren't, markedly different from one another, other than the big open map. It's not doing anything particularly new. I mean, the Tales games have always been kind of safe, but I've enjoyed them, because of that. Whereas Final Fantasy keeps trying different things, new things, and it fails. The Final Fantasy games fail. The Tales series is just, it's very traditional at this point. You know what to expect with Tales games, and I absolutely love them, and I'm sure this is going to be a great one. It is a bit lower on my list because at the end of the day, it is just another Tales game. And I'm a huge Tales fan. It's probably one of my top JRPG series, but I think in terms of like more original games, there's definitely some others higher on my list. At number 8 is The Witcher Wild Hunt, or The Witcher 3. The Witcher series is a series I love, especially the second one. I played that on the 360. I know it was originally on PC, and the 360 got a port that was actually pretty good. It's what I like about the Witcher games is how like it reminds me of Game of Thrones in a way, where it's a lot of it is based on like politics, and it's very gray. Like a lot of the characters are very gray. The choices you make are very gray. And it's just like the writing is some of the best writing in video games, I think, in those first two games. I wasn't big on the combat in The Witcher 2, but it looks like they're improving like the combat like a lot in this new one. The combat looks like really improved. There's a bunch of cool boss battles and side quests. The game, I mean, there's been a lot of talk of how massive this game is, and it looks huge. The Witcher 2 is a fairly small game, very dense environments. This game, though, is like Skyrim. Like, the environments are absolutely huge. But, of course, I think this is going to be a better game than Skyrim, because this is going to have some incredible storytelling and writing and side quests. And, you know, just like the second game, but with the scope of, like, Skyrim. Really deep RPG elements, it looks like, just like the second game. This is a game I'm going to lose hundreds and hundreds of hours to. And actually, it comes out in, I think, February, which is a pretty packed month for games. This is a beautiful game, too. This is gonna really test my PC, this game. It looks absolutely stunning. It might be one of the best looking games I've seen from like gameplay footage. Yeah, I mean, in some ways it's a bit of like more of the same. A lot of it does remind me of The Witcher 2, but that was such a great game that I'm very much looking forward to playing The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. At number 7 is Metal Gear Solid 5. A surprise game on this list, I think, for some people. As some of you may know, I've never been able to get into the Metal Gear Solid series. I've tried playing Metal Gear Solid 1 and 4, and it's not really the story that gets me with those games. I actually, from what I've played, I actually really enjoy the storylines and the characters, but it's the gameplay. The stealth gameplay just never did anything for me, and I've struggled really hard to get into the first and fourth games. I just couldn't do it. So I've kind of, like, the series has just kind of been this, like black hole of games that I'll just never get around to. But with Metal Gear Solid 5, the gameplay looks incredible. This is the first time where I've seen a Metal Gear Solid game, and it actually looks like a blast to play. I love the open world that they've got in this one. Like Metal Gear Solid 1 and 4 always felt kind of rigidly linear to me. And in this game, it looks like there's a million different ways you can go about completing your objectives. You can go stealthy, go guns blazing. You've got this Mother Base mode that is from Peace Walker, which I never played. Which actually sounds amazing. That's actually one of the main reasons I wanted to actually play Peace Walker. So like you'll get enemies to recruit to the base, and you like send them with like you like attach balloons to them, like air balloons, and they fly up in the sky. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, the game looks so over the top. You've got the new cardboard box mechanics that they showed off in a video. The game definitely has a sense of humor to it that I think all the Metal Gear Solid games have had. But yeah, this is the first time where where a game in this series looks like a total blast to play. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm gonna know shit all about the story. I'm gonna have to actually read up on the stories of the previous Metal Gear Solid games. Hopefully, I can understand the game's story in this game. But in any case, the game looks really fun. I'm sure there's going to be just hours of content out. They've said the game world is absolutely massive. Like, I haven't played Ground Zeroes yet, but I know it's supposed to be like, what did they say? it's crazy, like massive compared to Ground Zeroes. But yeah, the game just looks like a lot of fun. The rare stealth game that looks really fun to me. So yeah, I'm actually very excited for it. Some people are thinking it might not be a 2015 release. I really hope it is, because I can't wait to play this.
We'll need to move cautiously. Okay, we got some reinforcements coming in by jeep. That said, their jeep just may be our ticket out of here, so let's see if we can confiscate it.
Please select a landing zone. Landing zone confirmed.
At number 6 is Below, an indie title due for release in 2015. Ever since I saw this game, I think they premiered it at PAX, not PAX East, one of the PAX conventions. I immediately was in love with this game. It reminds me a bit of like Zelda, Spelunky, and Dark Souls kind of combined. It's an exploration game where you're like a little tiny character exploring this. I think it's an island, and you kind of explore the depths of this island, and it's a roguelike, so it's got permanent death. But it's I love like the survival aspect to it. Where, you know, even if you get hit in battle, even just a small injury, you can die from it. So you got to really take care of your character. The combat looks really fun. It's, you know, I love exploration in video games, and this, like, that's one of my favorite things about video games is exploring a new world. And Below is like the game for me in that regard. It's got that sense of adventure that like the original Zelda games had, from the looks of it. It seems to be pretty damn difficult too, and I know like like it's got some Dark Souls style influences. It looks like a total blast to play. I really can't wait. The visual style too is really cool. I love the look to the game. It looks like it's going to have an excellent atmosphere. Yeah, I really actually I like, you know, as far as indie games go, this is definitely I mean, there's a bunch of great indie games coming in 2015, but I think out of all the ones I've seen, this is definitely the one I'm looking forward to most. At number 5 is Mighty Number 9. Not a big surprise here. I'm a massive Mega Man fan, as most of you know, and when the Kickstarter for this was announced, I was incredibly excited. Inti Creates is helping make this. Keiji Inafune, the creator of Mega Man, and his company, and this looks like, oh man, like, you know, it sucks that Capcom, you know, treats Mega Man like garbage. We haven't got a new Mega Man game since what, Mega Man 10. So, you know, it's awesome that, you know, Inafune, you know, he just went out and decided to make his own. If Capcom wasn't going to do it, he was going to do it. In this game, you know, from the gameplay, it looks fantastic. It looks like just what I want from a spiritual successor to Mega Man. I can't wait to get my hands on this game. It looks like there's going to be a lot of content. It just looks like a labor of love, this game. It looks like everyone involved with it wanted to make this game. The music sounds phenomenal from what I've heard. The powers look really fun. The game has a great sense of character to it. It's yeah, definitely. You know, it almost could be considered an indie title, and in that sense, it's the indie title I'm most looking forward to in 2015. Yeah, I actually didn't back the game, surprisingly enough. I wish I did. Of course, it made its money like crazy. It really proves that, you know, Mega Man fans exist. We want Mega Man games. But yeah, super excited for this game. At number 4 is Xenoblade Chronicles X. Very excited for this game. I'm sure a lot of people are. This game looks absolutely gorgeous. The art direction, from what they've shown, is incredible. I actually haven't beat Xenoblade yet. I still need to play Xenoblade, but luckily this takes place it's completely separate from Xenoblade, so you don't have to actually have played that one to understand the story with this one. The combat looks just as fun as it was in Xenoblade. Like the monsters they've shown are huge. Like the city, like you're seeing here in the gameplay here, like this game, like The Witcher 3, it's going to be massive. There's going to be so much content and side quests here. Like I'm going to be playing this for hours on end. I mean, definitely like a must-own Wii U game from the looks of it. You know, I love the character customization. Some people aren't too happy about the main character not speaking, but I actually think that's a cool thing. Yeah, it looks really fun. It's, you know, it looks to be an excellent JRPG on a system that's starved for JRPGs. Yeah, Xenoblade was great. There's no doubt this is going to be great. And these towns are showing in this, absolutely incredible. Stoked for this game. I just can't wait for this.
Like a gamepad navigation system, so that you can enjoy researching the planet stress-free. We are targeting a 2015 release for Xenoblade Chronicles X.
At number 3 is The Legend of Zelda for the Wii U. They don't have a title yet. The hype for this game is already insane. I mean, people are going nuts over this, and it's just a short trailer. Obviously, the game looks amazing. Like the environment is absolutely stunning. It's, you know, they've said it's going to be an open world Zelda. But Nintendo saying open world, it's not going to be Skyrim. It's going to be their own take on open world gameplay, and I am very excited to see what they have in store for this. It's funny because, you know, we haven't even seen gameplay or any weapons or how the progression of the game is going to be. I know they've talked about changing the formula in some interesting ways, and, you know, Skyward Sword I was a bit disappointed with in some aspects, but my hype levels for this game are pretty high. I think they're gonna knock it out of the park with this one. I think you know, they've said that hand-holding, they're going to get rid of the hand-holding for this one, and go for a nice challenge and bring back that sense of adventure that's been kind of missing from the series for so long. They said they wanted to go back to like the roots, like the original Legend of Zelda, the sense of adventure that game had. So I expect this game to be absolutely massive. You know, of course I'm a huge Zelda fan. I play every one that comes out, and you know, they're targeting a 2015 release, and I really hope it makes it for 2015, because I have to play this, man. I want to play this right now, even with such a short video that they've shown. But yeah, really looking forward to this game. At number 2, Persona fucking 5. Oh man, I cannot wait for this fucking game. Persona 3 and 4 I absolutely loved. And, you know, it's almost hard to believe we're finally getting Persona 5 on the PS4. There's so much speculation with this game. They haven't showed gameplay yet. Hell, honestly, it might not even come out in 2015, at least in North America. Japan will, I think, get it in 2015. I don't know about North America. You know, just this anime cutscene that they've shown, this is like the only thing they've really shown, you know, the main character. Just this is enough to be super excited. And it's just such a short video. I can't wait till they show some gameplay and you know, there's so much I want to say, but yeah, super excited for this game. Yeah, number 2, my second most anticipated game of 2015. Yeah, not much of a surprise. Bloodborne, it had to be number one. A successor to Demon Souls and Dark Souls. Hidetaka Miyazaki is back in the director's chair. And this game, oh man, it looks too good. It looks too good. I've never been this excited for a game ever. Dark Souls 2, I was really hyped for that game, as a lot of you know. And this game, looks to completely blow Dark Souls 2 out of the water. First off, the setting. I forget, the name's escaping me now. The name of this this city, but you can go to the outskirts apparently. Like it's more than that. But the gothic setting, the dark gothic setting to this game, the atmosphere. It looks absolutely amazing. The art direction, as typical with From Software games, is top notch. There's so many I could go on and on about why I'm so excited for this game. Obviously, you've got the transforming weapons, the faster pace compared to the Souls games, which might bring in some new people. There's no shields in this game, no blocking. It's all dodging. And the speed is just increased. They haven't even I'm trying to actually go on a media blackout with this game, but there's still a bunch of online elements that have to be talked about, that they haven't given away yet, as well as some story details. Visually, man, is this game stunning, and the frame rate is looking so much better now than it did at E3. Unfortunately, at the time of this recording, this game has been delayed till March 24th. It was originally supposed to come out in February, which kind of sucks, but a delay is always good if they need to, polish up the game. And I'm buying a PS4 for this fucking game. I'm that excited for this game that, honestly, other than Bloodborne, there's not a whole lot I want to play on the PS4. But this, to me, makes it worth a purchase. I'll pay $400+ to play this game, and I'm going to be playing this for hours on end. I played Dark Souls 2. I played for 15 hours straight when I first got it, and this game, it might beat it. I might, when I first sit down to play this game, I might be at it for an hour, maybe even a whole day. They've said customizing your character is, of course, back in. Everything I love about the Souls games is going to be here. The sense of exploration, the sense of discovery, the rewarding combat, the difficulty, the inspiring boss designs. They said they're bringing back the Lordran, like the Metroidvania feel of Lordran, where you're constantly finding shortcuts, and the city's interconnected in really ingenious ways. God damn, I want to play this game so bad. These people that are getting to play the alpha are so lucky, but yeah, and this game looks horrific too. It looks like it's going to do well as a horror game, as well as an RPG, as well as an action adventure game. Some people have said, oh well, it's kind of more of the same in terms of the Souls games, but I don't know. To me, this is doing enough different. This is a true evolution of the Souls series, I think. But yeah, I cannot wait for this fucking game. I mean, I could talk at length about this game. Everything I've seen, there's nothing about this game that's worrying me. I love everything they've shown. Everything they've talked about with this game, and I think it's going to deliver. Dark Souls 2 delivered for me. I know some people were disappointed with it, but it delivered for me, and I think this game will not disappoint in the slightest. And I'm calling it right now. This is going to be my game of the year for 2015. Persona 5, maybe. Persona 5 might just beat it, and I'm really excited for Persona 5, but Bloodborne's on a whole other level. It's because I seriously have never been this hyped for a game before. It's the successor to my favorite game of all time. But yeah, that's it for my top 10. I'll just talk a bit here while this Bloodborne footage. Look at this boss here. This boss is amazing. Terrifying, man. Look at that shit. Like the animations too, like, I have to have this game, man. I can't wait. I can't wait. But yeah, yeah, those are my top 10. What are you guys looking forward to for 2015? It's going to be one hell of a year. Man, because there's other games I haven't even mentioned, like Mortal Kombat 10 I'm looking forward to, Batman Arkham Knight. I'm sure there's others that are escaping me, like a bunch of indie titles like I've talked about. But yeah, that's it, guys. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.